y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited today because I'm gonna do a cooking show, I guess. I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna make you some of my favorite vegetables that I make usually with chicken every day. Sorry if you see like a gnat or something, because I think there's like a gnat here, but oh well. I'm gonna make my Brussels sprout recipe. I did not know I liked Brussels sprouts till about like a year ago, because I had tried it once when I was really small and I was like, gross, it's so disgusting, and I never tried them again, which is like the worst thing you can do. And I was like, so I never learned how to cook them. I never learned how to, you know, how are you supposed to eat them the right way, none of that stuff. So it's just like, no, I don't like them. But as an adult, I was like, hey, let me go ahead and try to make a recipe of these Brussels sprouts because my cousin likes Brussels sprouts. So I don't know. So I tried a recipe and then I fell in love with it, and I've been like eating them ever since. So it's like really good for me and it's really good for you. So let me show you how I make my Brussels sprouts. Let me show you how I make my Brussels sprouts today. I like to go and buy a bag. I'm the only person in the house that eats them. My husband and my kids aren't a fan. I've tried it like 3 different times to like get them to eat it. Sorry if my head's cut off, but they're just like not having it. So my oldest daughter, she likes them, but she's going to college now, so I just buy a small portion. I don't buy like a big portion of it. So I go get the bag that's already pre-done. You don't have to cut the little stem off, but I like to cut the little stem off. So I'm going to show you how I do that real quick, and then I will show you how I season them, and then we'll put them in the oven. You can also cook them in the pan, but I like to cook them in the oven because I'm lazy and I really don't like doing it. Anything that I can get away from doing, I'm going to try to do. So I like to put them in the oven and they come out nice and soft, and one side, whatever side's on the pan is like really crispy. So that's how I like to do it. So I already made my chicken for today. So here's my chicken. It's just chicken with thyme and salt and pepper, garlic, no big deal. And now I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my oven to 350. So now I'm gonna come back over here and open my Brussels sprouts and start cutting them. Okay, so this is what I like to do. I like to cut off the little stem portion. You don't have to do that because these are already cleaned and stuff for you because they're in the bag. But it's all up to preference. If you want to cut them in half, cut off this like this. If you want to, I like to cut them in half like this as well, because the most side that can be on the pan is the yummy crispier side, and the more marinated you get all your vegetables, the yummier they are for me. It's all a matter of preference. If you don't feel like doing any of this, don't do it. You could just throw them in your bowl and everything will be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut mine. And please make sure and wash your hands before you touch anybody's vegetables. You don't want to be that gross person that has your hands all over everybody's food and makes everybody gag. Like I tell my son, don't be a piggy. Please go wash your hands. But they're really good about that stuff, so I'm super thankful. And I'm going to go ahead and finish all these, and then I'll show you what we do after that. Okay, so now I've already cut the ends off and cut them in half, and now I'm going to season them next. And look who just came home from gym.
Hi, greetings.
She's a tomato because she just got home from gym. Okay, go.
I could barely walk.
So just, yeah, okay, watch your hair. Okay, Thousand Islands dressing. I know this bottle looks really disgusting and huge, but I keep it because this is what I marinate my vegetables with. So I don't measure anything. You want to come closer, Red? That way they can see how much I put. I basically cover it. So like that. Then I'll get my garlic powder and I cover the vegetables. That's what I do. And onion powder. And I cover the vegetables. And I don't put any salt in this because I like to use the salt that's in the dressing as enough salt. It's not low sodium because I'm using the dressing, but for me, since my heart was doing really well, I was okay with it. So now that I gotta be more mindful of the salt intake, it's something that I'm just gonna see how my body reacts. If I gain water weight with it, I'll just pay attention and like negate that as I go along. So last ingredient is pepper, because I like pepper. Oh no, that's not the last ingredient. Don't listen to me. Sriracha sauce. Don't put too much or it will be spicy. If you put just a little bit, it gives it that different flavor that's good. But if you put too much, they will be spicy. But if you like a spicy vegetable, I can do a spicy vegetable, you'll be fine. It's delicious. So for me, I like it a little bit spicy, so this is how much I put. I just cover it like this. So that's the marinade for me, and I'm gonna mix them all up. So now I'm just gonna mix this up really, really good. If you're not on a low sodium diet and you don't have to really be mindful of, like if you're making them for your husband or your wife or something like that, and you don't have to be mindful of your salt intake, then you can just add a little bit of salt. That might be good. So this is what I do. And ta-da! It's done. So now I'm going to get my baking sheet with my parchment paper and dump them on there. Put this in the sink. This is where I say the part of the vegetable that's on the tray is going to get like brown and golden and crispy and yummy. So try to put as much of the vegetable onto the flat part of the tray as you can. Depending also on size of these, if you have little ones like this, 30 minutes is going to be more than enough. You might even need 25 minutes. But if you have a bigger Brussels sprout, like if they're all big like this and bigger in size than this one's, you may need to put them in for 35 minutes. So just watch as you go, and I'll show you what they're supposed to look like and what to look for, so then you can gauge how much you need to leave your little vegetable in there. Okay? So now I'm going to put this in my oven. And don't forget to put your timer. Please don't forget to put your timer, because you're gonna walk away from this and you're gonna forget this, because I do it and I've done it before, and it's like, what's that nasty smell? And then it's like, ooh, we're gonna order pizza because this is not working out. So go ahead and put your timer, and I will be back in 25 minutes. Now we're gonna check if they are done or not. So there's no right or wrong way to cook. This is what I've learned. So you might try something and it might be effed up, and that's okay. So we're gonna pull them out, check them, see if they're ready, and if they're not ready, then we'll just shove them back in there. So let's do that. Oh my God, they smell so good. Hey, come closer, Mom. My mom's recording me today, so I grab the fork and I poke it through, and it's a little bit firm, but I don't have a problem with that. If you have problems with it being a little bit firm, put them back in there, and then they'll turn into like mush. But this right here is like really, shush! This is really good for me. I really like the way this is. And these little bits right here, oh my gosh. I always like to put them on parchment paper because these little cooked things are so delicious. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in a plate, and I will be back. Okay guys, so this is my dinner. It is chicken with Brussels sprouts, with my Brussels sprout recipe, and I'm going to have lemon water. My mom always taught me that you eat with your eyes, so instead of eating something like on a paper plate with your water, put it in a glass. My daughter's saving the sea turtles, so we can't have plastic. We have to have these hard ones here. And pour it in a cup. And it's so much nicer to eat when it looks like really pretty and you try your best to like be healthy and like keep your life together. So thank you for watching my video today. That's my Brussels sprout recipe. Remember, I'm your PH friend from Texas, and I will
Like and subscribe